Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm playing some of the Dealer's Tarot. This is an upcoming game from level 99, or really I should say an upcoming game book, because it has 21 different card games for all kinds of different player counts that use a regular tarot deck, both the Major Arcana and the 14-card 4-suit Minor Arcana. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. And I gotta say, as an old card book fan, like I used to play all these games from old card books like this, the fact that they have so many games, that each one has all these different variants to try out is pretty awesome. It's just like a really great kind of old school style offering. That's funny, I said the word offering because I guess that was at the top of the page. Now, specifically for fans of the channel, there are several solo options here, and the one that I wanted to show you because I think it's the one people will like the most is Judgement Quest. This is like a little rogue-like dungeon exploration and leveling up game, and it's pretty cool, pretty straightforward, so I'm just going to jump right in and show you how it works. So in Judgement Quest, you always control the full Major Arcana card, the 0, which you're going to control over here. Oh, wait, and I guess there are 22 games because it's 21 is the world, but 0 is the fool. So, yep, 22 games. And you have these stat cards, one in each color. They start out as the lowest cards in the deck, the aces, each worth 1. You've also got this boss deck, which is all the Major Arcana cards. Judgment is always on the bottom. That'll always be the final boss. But besides that, I shuffle them all up and remove 2. And on each level, including this first one, I'm going to draw 3 and pick 1 to actually face off against. And the bosses will not only have special powers for the floor I'm on, but when I defeat them, they become an artifact that can give me special bonuses for the rest of my play. So let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, these are some high values to start off with. So I got the World for 21, Moon for 18, or Temperance for 14. And I can look at the powers. If I got the World artifact, it would let me unexhaust my other Arcana, my other artifacts, which would be nice late game. Not that great right now. The Moon lets me swap a card in my hand with a face down card anywhere. That's decent. I mean, I guess I could make it a really low card that's easy to defeat. And then Temperance says after capturing with a single card, keep the played card in your hand, because as you're going to see, as you capture cards, you discard them. And that's also the lowest value. A 14 I could beat with a king, so a single card would potentially be strong enough to defeat that. So let's go for that, because I doubt my ability to kill a 21 or an 18 on the first level with no artifact powers. Now, additionally, on later levels, whichever artifact is the boss you're going against will change up how the floor works. But on floor 1, which is a 4x4 grid, it does not. But floor 2 to floor 7, which you can see become a bigger and bigger grid of cards, you will have to deal with all these special powers of the enemies. But for right now, I'm putting Temperance in the upper right, and the other 2 get discarded. All right, so how's the game actually played? So I draw a hand of 5 cards. Okay, got some decent values here. And I'm trying to get to the boss and defeat them. As a free action at any time on my turn, I can flip over the cards that are adjacent to me, in this case a 5 and a 9. And to fight a card and defeat it, I have to discard from my hand 1 or more cards of the same color. So I could combine the reds here, but the blue, green, and yellow would have to be by themselves. And the strength of my attack is equal to the combined value of the cards. So like this blue 5 would hit for 5. This red could be 16 if I discarded them both. And I need to equal or exceed the value of the card that I'm attacking. So here a 5 could defeat a 5, or a 6 or a 7 would be enough. I discard the cards that I use to attack, and then I get the new card into my hand. So if you exactly equal the card you're attacking, your hand has kind of retained the exact same strength. But clearly, if you have to use 2 cards or overpay, you could kind of be weakening yourself. Now, additionally, whenever you attack, you can exhaust one of your stat cards to add its value, right now it's all 1, to the value of cards of the same color. So if I wanted to beat this green 5, I could discard my 4 yellow and tap my 1 stat card and kind of level up to have a 5 in my hand instead of a 4, which, is actually what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I got the 5, and you can freely move between empty spaces, like back and forth, backtracking as much as you want. And I can see, so we've got a 10 blue. Oh, we've got a 2 green. Now this is cool because you can level up your stat cards for the rest of the run, which is something you want to try to be doing whenever possible. If I get a card in my hand that is 1 value higher than my current stat card, like in this case, this 2 green, I can, on my turn, play the card down and basically discard the original card and just level up by 1. And that also unexhausts it, so I could use it again to boost my cards again. So even though I'm kind of overpaying, I'm going to, crud, but if I get rid of my 4 red, right now the 4 and the 12 together, the only thing that can defeat the 14 for Temperance up there. So maybe I should use a 5 instead. Yeah, let's use this Singleton 5 blue to defeat the green 2. And then I don't have to level up right away. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, I've got a 3 yellow and a 14 red. Well, clearly one of those is better than the other. Although actually, here, look at this. I'm going to level up my green into a 2. And then, is it dumb to do this? I still don't want to break up my 4 and 12. But look, if I use 2 green, plus 7 is 9, plus 5, that gets to 14. I can get this king, although now my whole hand is red. Well, I don't have much flexibility with values, but at least I got some big numbers to defeat the boss. Oh, and that worked out nicely. There's a 14 king, so I'll just trade my red for a yellow. Okay, and then there's a 7, so I can definitely get... Oh, let's see what this one is. I can definitely get to the boss now. The only thing you sometimes want to do is like go around the floor a little bit longer to look for those upgrade cards. So sure, I might as well do that. Let's go back here and defeat that 3 yellow with a 4 red. So we can see what these two are. Oh, there we go, a 2 blue. So let's get that with my 3 yellow. And then I'll go in and level that up. So I got 2 of my stats up. Might as well see if this is anything. It's a 12. And I don't have enough cards anyway. So at this point, I'm going to go over to the 7 blue, defeat it with the red 12. And now I can slide in and defeat Temperance with the 14. So I immediately beat the floor. This goes over to my artifact pile to give me ongoing bonuses. I unexhaust all of my artifacts if I had used them. I unexhaust all of my stat cards. And I shuffle everything up. I do a 4x5 grid this time because we've gone to the next floor. And we're going to draw 3 bosses and pick which one we want to go against. And you go from there. And just to remind you, and this will make more sense now that you've seen how the game works, Temperance lets me keep the card I captured with when I captured with a single card. So like in an ideal world, if I captured a 14 with another 14, I can keep both 14s in my hand. Pretty dang nice, but let's see what floor 2 is offering. We've got the Empress, level 3, the Emperor, 4, or the Lovers, 6. And first, let's look at what they're going to do to nastify this floor. So if I go against the Empress, this boss can only be captured with a court card, a pawn, knight, queen, or king. So an 11, 12, 13, or 14, even though it's only a 3. Not the worst power in the world. It won't affect anything else. For 4, the Emperor's Palace, you can't capture any card with a card of the same suit. That would apply for the entire floor. Definitely annoying. And then Lover's Promenade, you must use at least 2 cards to capture this Arcana, and it's a 6. Although, I mean, yeah, so I guess 3 and 6 are pretty similar. We'd be wasting value more than we need. And 4 is going to be kind of annoying, but also somewhat random. So let's see which artifacts appeal. So the Empress's Cup will let me add my cup stat to any play. And I don't think that exhausts it for any of those. I would just like be able to get +2 once per round, and of course more as things go on. The Emperor's Crown is just straight up add +4 to any play, a little bit better for this early game. And then the Lover's Ring lets me draw until my hand contains cards equal to my coin stat, which is currently only 1. That would be an amazing card later, but I think for now I might go against the Emperor. That's just kind of like the most consistently good right now. And you can only hold 3 artifacts, so getting an artifact for late game is not necessarily the best idea because I'll have to replace some anyway later. An Emperor's Palace, so I can't capture any cards with a card of the same suit. That's going to be the rule for this entire level. All right, let's see how my cards are looking. Decent values, got some high stuff, got some card combos. I've got 3 different colors, just mixing in green. All right, speaking of green, there's a 12. Oh, gosh, and a 13 next to me. Well, I've got a 12 red, so that seems like a good start. And I kind of feel like I should already use my Temperance, right? Like, getting a 12 for a 12 is maybe the best I'm going to get. Or, I could do the 12 for a 13 with my stat and still use Temperance because I think that counts as only capturing with 1 card. So, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going up to 13. I'm using Temperance. I captured with the 12, but I kept it. Ooh, look how strong my hand is, although it is pretty concentrated in just 1 color. Okay, there's my old 1 and an 11. All right. I could do the 11 yellow for red, although again, I'm getting kind of worried that I'll have only red cards in my hand, so if I get like blocked, that won't be great. Well, it should be fine. Let's go and use that. Pick up this one. I'm really looking for those level up cards. There's a 3 red, which is too high, and a 1 blue, which I already leveled up. Gosh darn it. I mean, the 3 red could be good if I can find the 2 red, but the chances of that being in here are pretty low. Wait, let's go back to this 12. I'm just trying to sort of scrounge around for level ups. And let's use my 12 red to capture the 12 green. That'll diversify my hand a bit. There's a 5 blue. I don't have any good way to... Yeah, because I can't add enough to my yellow to defeat that. I can't use the blue 6. I don't really want to go that way. All right, so let's go and attack the 3 red with the 3 yellow. Once again, it's like all red. And I've got a 13 green and a 7 green. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll use the 12 green with stat. That gets me to a 14. Oh, wait, I can't capture the same color. No. Well, then I'll just use a 13 red to get the 13 green. And that'll let me see a lot more cards. Hopefully something to level me up. Nope, no such luck. Oh, here we go. A 6 with the +2 will get me to 8. So I can defeat that red. And I can see a lot more cards. Come on. Ooh, 3 blue can level me up. 6 red can't. 9 red can't. So I'll use the 3 red. Well, you know what? I'll use the 4 red just in case I get lucky and find the 2 red, and then I can level up twice to defeat the 3 blue, and I will immediately plop that down to level up again. And wow, I've seen like the entire floor this time. That's pretty crazy. 5. Oh, and a 3 green. Awesome. So I'm going to level up a bit more. All right, so I don't think we're going to find the 2 reds. So I'll use the 3 red to get that, and then I'll level that up. And I might as well see what this last one is. Yep, okay. So no more level up opportunities. So I just need to defeat a 6. Oh, God, red. Oh, we're fine. I didn't realize that I had all these greens left. So I'll use, I don't know, 12 green for the 9 red. And then the Emperor didn't have any special defense, so any of these will destroy him. And we won another level. So now we can use this for a +4 in any combat. We unexhaust all of these. We've leveled up green and blue quite a bit, but unfortunately red and yellow not at all. And next will be a 5x5 level, and that might be where I stop because, you know, the entire 7-floor run can take a little while, and it's going to get harder and harder to make the grid really visible for the camera. So we'll take a break after 5x5. And yeah, so you can't even see the final row. All right, what we got now? We got the Priestess at 2, the Hanged Man at 12, or Sun at 19. 2, all court cards in the dungeon count as rank 15, but not in your hand, so that would make them very tough to beat. Don't love that. 12, Hangman's Prison. Capture by forming an equal or lower total than your target instead of higher. And stats provide a negative modifier. So that's not really a big deal. Just means you got to kind of recalibrate your brain and what values you're going for. And then 19, Cathedral of the Sun. Place the sun in the center of the dungeon. You must capture all cards surrounding the sun before you can capture it. Wow. That last one sounds hardest. Okay, and then High Priestess's Habit. When you capture with a single court card from your hand, you may count as a 15. That's pretty dang great. Hangman's Glasses. Set aside your hand. Shuffle the discard and draw that many cards from the discard. Then discard your hand. Oh, so you can just kind of like replace your hand with a random thing. Meh. That might not work out well. And then Sun. Discard a card. Then discard all revealed cards on the board with the same suit. Whoa. I mean, that'd be, I don't know. It seems really good at first. Especially, I mean, like even like in the most basic thing, if there's only a single card, like a 14, but you discard like a 1 to get rid of it. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for the Sun. That sounds fun. I like that ability. So the Sun's going in the middle, and I need to defeat what did it say? Every card orthogonally and diagonally? It says all cards surrounding it. I'm going to guess that it's all 9. Let's see how my hand looks. Ooh, some nice values, except for that 1 green, but so it goes. And don't forget, I've got my Temperance power and my +4 Emperor power. All right. So we got, a 2 red right off the bat. Yeah, let's use my 1 green with a 3 boost, kind of overpaying, to get the 2 red. And then I won't use it yet, because we might need that +1 from the red. All right, we got a 4 red. Oh, and a 2 blue. Oh, no, never mind. I'm already at 3 blue. That is useless. All right, so I guess I'll use the 6 blue to defeat the 4 red, downgrading my hand a bit. But we're getting in with the Sun, so that's okay. Got a lot of 12s next to me, which is fine, because I can just trade multiple times. And in fact, let's do a bit of trading up, right? So I'll use 1 12 to get the green, but I'll use Temperance to keep them both. And then I'll get the other 12. Worked out nicely. All right, now I'm pretty confident with my hand. Let's go ahead and level up my red before I forget. Let's see who else we got. 11 green, 5 red, and another 12. Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. We'll just trade knights all day. Makes things easy. Oh, no, there's a 14 king. Oh, but this works out nicely because I have my 2 red now, so I'll spend a 12 with +2 to get that. Oh, and I can see other cards. A 3 yellow. No, I still don't have the 2. A 4 yellow. Gosh darn it. If I can find the 2, I could level up a ton. Ooh, a 4 green I can level up into, and a 7 green. I do have 4 red, so let's trade that for the 4 green. And then, like I said, level that up. Oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't even see that. Yeah, so there was a 4 green here. Okay, I've got very high values. Oh, shoot, the Sun is a 19 by itself. I did not notice that. And all my values are kind of too high now. That's a problem. So I can defeat the 7 and then the 5, but I'm going to be kind of wasteful here pretty quickly. Well, kind of set myself up in that situation, haven't I? Oh, I still have the +4, but that doesn't help me at all. I'm overpaying here. All right, so I guess I'll use my 12 knight to defeat a 7. Wah, that was bad. And there's a 10 green. So I'll use my 7, exhausting my 4 stat to get to 11 to defeat the 10. And then let's reveal some cards. I'm just looking for level ups. Ooh, there's finally the 2 yellow. Ugh. I mean, I could definitely do it, right? I think that might be the end of my run because I have a ton of high cards, but not much else to do with them. So sure, let's use the 10 yellow to get the 2 and then level up my 1 yellow into a 2. So now I have a 2 yellow, 3 blue, 2 red, 4 green. And Oh, the 3 yellow and the 4 yellow are there, but I don't have the cards to get them. Because I do believe you always need to discard at least one card, so you can't like just attack with stats or just use the Emperor. I think that's right. If I could, then I could just like use the Emperor and the stat card to get like the 3 and the 4. So I still need to defeat... here, I can do this. I can get at least one of them. So I can do that and attack. I need to keep the reds together for the final fight. I can attack the 5 with a 13. Now I've freed the sun. Then I can attack the yellow 3 with the 5. I can trade that in to level up my stats. And that's as much as I can get done because I'm going to go ahead and beat the sun with the 14 and the 13. So there you go. That's a little taste of one of the solo games in the Dealer's Tarot, Judgment Quest. So I am ending floor 3 with a 2, 3, 4, 3 levels in the cards. I've got Temperance to keep an extra card, Emperor to give me a boost when I'm attacking, and Sun to discard a card to just trash a whole bunch of people that match its suit. My little bomb up power there. And I would have to go through 4 more floors of increasing size and complexity until, look at this insanity, in the Hall of Judgment, which is always the final dungeon. It's a 7x7 grid. This card cannot be captured while there are any revealed court cards in play. So I got to go and attack every single high value card. Not every card, but just the court cards. Although now you don't have to reveal every card next to you, so you could like reveal fewer cards as you head toward Judgment to potentially lessen that burden. But yeah, that is Judgment Quest. And overall, what do I think of the Dealer's Tarot? It's really cool. Again, this is kind of my catnip because I am someone who used to own like game books just like this, like literally with these kind of like little details about the games and stuff, although there's a nicer one than most. But there are tons of games in here. My wife owns like 1 billion tarot decks. I mean, they sent me this one that you can use that makes the values pretty clear. Some tarot decks are a little bit harder to tell what the values are at a glance than others. But even if you don't have their proprietary deck, then, other tarot decks should work. The games run the gamut. There's one that's solo friendly that's sort of like a Yahtzee variant. There's one that's a little bit like Klondike or other solo card games where you're trying to build up little rows and columns of things. It's all explained really well. They have like suggested strategies. Again, they have variants, like tons of different ways to play each one. So if you're into card games and you have a tarot deck or you get theirs, it's just a lot of value here. I mean, I'm a sucker for like little card games like this. And yeah, I think you can see like Adventure Quest, it's doing really cool stuff with cards. Like this is better than some of the other solo roguelike dungeon games I've played that did not just use a basic tarot deck. So very impressive design stuff going on here. So check it out. It should be on crowdfunding today or very soon, and see if you think it looks cool too. But thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.